Vanny, obviously, day trading, insane opportunity, up 600% or something. Vanny. All right, let's keep that on the watch list here. Vanny, for those of you who like day trade, you got a hell of an opportunity there. It's going insane. It's quite vertical. Okay, Vanny, and then Kid Albert Mexican can RVLV. Volume is too thin, though. It is nice, but volume is too thin. Hut Coin, CNXA. Again, all Bitcoin related stocks are up. That's why we got in them a couple days ago. That's why we've been in them. CNXA, not enough volume, not enough move. Acon, we're bottom fishing now. Too low volume, not enough move. BRSH, Brush Oral Care, way low volume, not interested. All right, so that pretty much puts Beyond at the top of our hit list today. And you guys can day trade Vanny for those of you who are HFTs. I wouldn't suggest anybody else day trade without being an HFT. All right, so where are we now? Okay, 18 minutes before the market opens. Janx, Lyft, ASTR, STRC, Hub C, STR. I think these, I don't know if these are really from yesterday or this morning. But I will check on them. STRC. And for those of you who missed it, the GDP revision was in line. So no change on the market, really. The market's kind of going down a little bit at the moment. Kim, welcome back. Welcome back. Sarcos Technology and Robotics Corporation has been flying the last few days. There might be something crazy to get into over there. Although it would have been better to grab it on day one. And even at day one, it's still unproven and a bit of a gamble. Okay, see if there's any other opportunities here. There's a lot of AI stocks that have been going crazy the last few days. I did get in a couple. BBAI. Here's BTAI. It hasn't quite made its move yet. It's something AI and biotech, I think. BioXcel Therapeutics just got a downgrade a couple days ago. What is this? Internal RSI measure for the S&P has never been higher. By the way, there's going to always, during a bear market and during a bull market, and during the beginning of bull markets, the middle, the end, there's always going to be bears making their bear case. And that's great because we like to get out of trades. If something happens on the market, we know what to do. We know how to exit our positions. They try to make money shorting the market. Don't ever be an idiot like them and just constantly screaming bear, bear, bear. I don't want to get in. Things are so expensive. Things are the biggest bull market runs come on the heels of when things are the most expensive. So don't fall for that. Continue to keep your bull case and trade your bull trading plan until it's not a bull market. It's as simple as that. They'll be wrong, they'll be right, but we don't care. It's the same trading plan for us. All right, so don't worry about the noise like that. And if anything, it's just news. People have opinions. Now, but by the way, Bitcoin and the market, one or the other tends to lead. It seems like Bitcoin's leading right now. And the market is moving down this morning. I don't know if that's coming from, it's not coming from Apple. If it's coming from big caps or mid caps or small caps, we'll know more as the market progresses this morning. But yeah, we still got 15 minutes before the market opens. We're pretty much on the ball here. Anybody trading any of that? Vanny is leveling off around this. It's having trouble getting past $6. The volatility on that is insane. That's a day trade only. Let's see if I've missed any. If I've missed any tickers, let me know, you guys. And yesterday I got into CXAI W, the warrants, because I felt the warrants hadn't taken off quite as much as CXAI has, so they're a little bit lagging. And that often happens with the warrants. The warrants, sometimes they lead, but often, more often, probably 70% of the time, they lag. And then eventually they do start to get simpatico, and then there's really no edge there. But I noticed that the CXAIW, the warrants, were a little bit lagging, so maybe we'll get some corrective movement out of that today, and I can take those profits. Vanny has warrants as well, so Vanny W. So Vanny W must be just insane. Oh, they haven't even moved. Well, I'm sure that's going to change once the market opens. They're at up 1.6 cents each, and Vanny itself has gone from $1 to $6, so that's a 500% move, 6x. I wouldn't be surprised if Vanny W just goes insane. Oh no, they moved me to yeah, no. I think Vanny W isn't trading yet in pre-market, possibly. And so I mean, but if you can get anything, Carl, you probably should get it. In case, if you think it's gonna, if you think you can handle the risk and the move. Anyway, though, Beyond is what we're targeting this morning, guys. Beyond for a swing trade. It can be a day tradable entry, especially with a 5-minute dip by strategy, but that could also be the strategy that gets you in on a swing trade. 1-minute opening range breakout would be the first plan of attack. If that doesn't happen, you have the overrides of inner pivot breaks from pre-market and pre-market high breaks. Those are 2 overrides. And then the 5-minute dip by fallback plan as well. Multiple reasons why we want to get into Beyond. Beyond is doing now 150% RVOL pre-market. So that projects it to be 13, almost 500% RVOL, like 450% RVOL by end of the day. So that's a huge, huge catalyst day. Probably the low will be a never look back low. Excuse me. And it might really seriously be a never ever look back low. And Beyond Meat might be never at this price ever again. And it's going to fly to some number over this quarter. The analysts, I wonder what the upgrades are. Let's see. What are price targets? Beyond Meat stock soaring. Beyond Meat squeezes. Analysts still feel cautious. I agree. Shares are around 56%. 2 hours goes. Shrugs off loss. Shrugs off net loss to surge 80% on sizzling revenue beat. Yeah, I mean, you can't deny that demand is increasing. Revenue is how you see demand. Now, internal operations, how a company manages itself, that shows up in the margins. Beyond Meat plans more spending reductions following 4th quarter beat. I mean, that's good. Great. That's what we want to hear. So, I mean, the signs are really good for Beyond Meat. Now, it could sell off, and today might not be a green day for Beyond Meat, and this might not be happening. But it might be, and that's why we're on top of it here, and we give it a try. Plans to cut costs and boost margins. There you go. Analysts are skeptical. That's a headline. The headline is Beyond Meat stock surges on plans to cut costs and boost margins. and therefore boost margins. Analysts are skeptical. That's funny. But I want to see if there's any upgrades. Da, 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 16 hours ago. Yeah. There's got to be some upgrades here, but they're not really headlining. Um, yeah. They exist, I'm sure, but I'm just not seeing it. Press releases, insider analyst recommendations. 2 minutes ago, Beyond Meat is maintained at market perform by BMO Capital. Barclays adjust price target to $5 from $9. Oh, but that was November 2nd. Sorry, guys. No. Okay. Steve G, welcome in. All right, back to all news. Back here. All right. So, yeah, we have a plan with Beyond Meat. That's where the money is. And this morning, everybody, you've got some Bitcoin, right? You've got Bitcoin related stocks. Bitcoin is starting the fourth day of what is an average 3-day typical run on when Bitcoin moves. Typically runs for between 2 and 4 days, average of 3 days. Today's the day 4, starting up high. Could be the end. Could bleed out from here. Depends on how you played it. That wouldn't make a difference much for my put credit spreads because I'll make money up, down, or sideways. But if you're in shares, you better learn how to take profits more sharply and be taking some profits on Bitcoin. There's about a 90% chance that this is the top, and so therefore you should be, in a relatively related probability spectrum of pulling your capital off the table, somewhere between 50 and 90% of your position. Big story on news last night. Huge shortage of beef in U.S. One meat producer spending $50 million on cricket plant to pick up slack, making case for Beyond. So insect protein. Is that what you're fucking about? Oh my god. Okay. That's interesting. I believe you. No, I do believe you. Anything else that I've missed here? Tickers, guys. Anything? You heard me go through a ton of stocks. We've got our screeners. VKTX yesterday moved hugely. What was the deal? I think I mentioned that, right? Yeah. Did I get some of that? I think I wanted to. Maybe some of you did, but I did not. But I think we talked about it. I believe we talked about it. All right. We're in good shape here. 7 minutes before the market. We're prepped and prepared. Everybody ready? Who's ready? Who's still scrambling and doesn't know what to do? We have our plan. I'm going to move yesterday's entries over to my proper folders here on Thinkorswim, which was Kava, NCLH, at least for me, BBAI, CXAIW, NKTX, and GCT. I'm still looking to allocate some capital. Oh no, it looks like I fully allocated. When did I do that? Oh, I guess I'm fully allocated. There you go. And I'm guessing that this morning, with Bitcoin being up and myself being about 15% allocated into Bitcoin stocks, that I should see some instantaneous appreciation on my put credit spreads on those stocks, which are at least the following: MSTR, Coin, CLSK. That might be all there is. Yeah, that could be all there is. There might be one or two others because I have them organized differently. But looking good. Let's see what happens. 4 minutes. RJ, all right. RJ, you arriving late, and I'll clue you in. We're going for Beyond Meat swing trade entry catalyst ER, 500% RVOL projected by end of the day. Beyond Meat up huge. What's it up? It's up 50 fucking 5%. Beyond Meat 55%, and this is some of the biggest projected RVOL we've had on a decent, well-known name cap company having a catalyst day. Most of these catalyst days have been like even on AMD or Nvidia and all, they've had relatively explosive RVOL. This one beyond it does. I imagine if it's going to be a tricky one to get into, that the 5 minute dip buy would provide a very nice entry. And if that fails out, hey, it fails out. You give it your best chance. You know, you can't control perfection. Beyond Meats, these margins I think are incorrect. Is this Beyond? Wait a minute now. Well, I guess this is one of the best quarters it's had. What am I doing right now? I was gonna. Oh yeah. All right. All right. 3 minutes. 3 minutes till market opens. Another thing we could check is pre-market our hot list. What's up big in pre-market on our hot list? Beyond. Beyond has been on our hot list, and it is one of the targets. TGTX. Not enough volume, but yep, it's up pretty decent. TTI, also too thin. Coco, too thin. MSTR, we already know. A lot of these Bitcoin related stocks are going to be up. MSTR is up 10%. Cerdo, SRDO, Credo, no, way too thin on volume. Femi, too thin on volume. Mara, I think it's reporting earnings the end of the day, today or tomorrow. Well, let's see. Wednesday, end of the day today. Mara's reporting earnings. BitF, CLSK, these are stocks we're already in. LPTX, no. And now we're up to about 6% in pre-market, and see, there's 22 million on Coin. Coin's doing good. Riot, obviously. Nerve. Dead Cat Bounce, not looking too good. Probably going to take that off of our hot list. There we go. BBio, fine. And XBI, which is the biotech sector, has been flying. We're in XBI. Hopefully you guys are in with me. We've been in it since 88. It's now at 103. We've been in it since 88, and that was January 22nd. So here we are, February 27th, 5 weeks later, and that put credit spread is at 100%. It's time to take profits. 100% max profit. The other one was, and the market's opening in 60 seconds. The other one was a Labu, which is the Biotech 3X ETF. And I had signaled an entry on that on February 15th at 121. It's now at 175. That's 2 weeks later. 121 to 175 in 2 weeks. And yeah, how did I know that it was an opportunity that could fly? Because it previously did. That's how you know. That's the only way you can know. And then it pulled back, and that's when you start to stock your entries, when it gets boring. Yeah, it's tough watching things fly and fly and fly, but it's not tough putting them on your hot list and waiting for them to pull back. And that's what you wait for. And then you enter on any kind of little cheat entry signal near the base in the pullback. Here we go. Market's opening. All right, so we're looking to get into Beyond. I'm going to check about getting a PCS on that because that's the way I'll get in. And that would be the April 19. 51 days to expiration. Perfect. And I'd be looking at low of the day like the 11-10 spread. But we'll see. We'll see how Beyond moves. We're looking at this 1 minute opening range here. Right out of the gate, a lot of things are red. High ADR. There goes Vanny. It's halting. So that was your day trade opportunity, Vanny. Okay, the 1 minute opening range break would be approximately $12 on Beyond. It's put in the 1 minute range and $11 stop, so $1 of risk. And here it could be coming. I'm going to go ahead and get ready. 11, 10. Yeah, that's only a half position for me. It's about to signal, it looks like, guys. 11, 10. Yeah, I like that, but all right, well, that's what I'll have to go with, but I'm going to have to get 20 contracts. It's rather large. It just tickled 12, but it's pulling back. It wasn't really a sustained entry, although it's kind of technically a signal on Beyond, but it does seem to be struggling a little. Kind of want to see a nice sustained 12 break. This definitely highlights the discretionary and subjective nature of trading. And it's that discretionary and subjective because you can make it as complicated as you want. The more complicated you make it, the better. Not that it would be complicated for you. It's just that the more things you think about, the more you take into consideration, the more variables you put into your decision, the better it is for you. Oh, I forgot. I have no buying power. Well, anyway, they're over on Beyond Meat. That's what we're stocking, and you can get your entry when you are ready for your entry. The market itself is bleeding a little bit. That's what we were expecting to be a day under pressure. Yeah, we'll probably pull back today and maybe bounce at the 20. It might be a strong pullback day today. It's kind of shaping up to be. That'll put a hamper on some of these stocks' progresses. And yeah, in fact, Beyond Meat now turning around and breaking the 1 minute low. So now it goes to a 5 minute dip by fallback. But because the day is under so much pressure, and you keep an eye on that and see if it becomes under more and more pressure, that could put pressure on anything's ability to perform. Let me take a look at GFAI. I entered, now it's down 10%. Let's see. Yeah, that's quite the retrace. I'm going to go ahead and exit GFAI. I have a small position anyway. But I'm just going to take that risk off the table. Needed some money if I wanted to get into Beyond anyway. All right. If anybody needs me to check something, you're one of your positions, you want a doctor to give you a health update on your position, just let me know. Vanny's still in the halt. Well, it should be coming out of the halt any moment here. There it is. It came out of the halt and it is ripping down and halting to the downside. And this is why you got to be an HFT. Don't day trade unless you have an HFT setup. I'm just considering selling some of my Bitcoin related stocks here. So I got $300 left on that one for 51 days. Divided by 51 times 45 divided by 1500. 70%. Yeah, so I technically should sell that coin. Let me take a look at it. I'm at 36%, only like a few days into this. And it says, take the money and run. Okay. Well, I'll start by selling a third. Okay, I'll just let that sit there and bake. CXAIW moving down on me. Let's see. That's only one print. Okay, I'm gonna have to get another print to be sure on that one. Let's see, CXA. What's CXAI doing? It's pulling back a little bit itself. Decisions. And how is Beyond doing? Let's take a look. Not too good looking. And depending on how this flows, I might get a call credit spread on that. We'll see if the 5-minute dip buy provides any kind of interesting signal, but the market may be just putting these things under too much pressure. I'll wait more towards the end of the day on Beyond for my entry, I think. All right, that pretty much sums up everything, you guys. That's the market open. I'll see you back in the group. Thanks for tuning in.